Welcome to the 44th House District. On occasions like this, I usually like the cameras and the microphone on the governor because he's entertaining and every now and then he slips up a little bit. But this time, on this occasion...
Okay, that's enough.
On this occasion, though, I'm very glad to share the podium with him. This is going to be progressive, not just for the 44th House District, but all 99 House Districts in the state of Ohio. It was a bipartisanship effort, and I am proud to work with you.
Thank you, Vernon. Just one thing that duly noted, I don't know how many African Americans are noted for being in the energy industry, but one thing we're trying to do now is to make sure that we job train them, because we need to have, and we've been to some of the schools, Vernon, we need African Americans on those wellheads. Everybody in Ohio needs to share in the strength of this industry. We're going to get that done, and you make sure you stay on top of us so it gets done. You got it?
All right.
All right, Vernon. Thank you. All right, Sean.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Governor. And I want to thank Jim Zeringer and a lot of the governor's staff. We negotiated late into the night. One person who's not here, Jimmy Shepard, he and I worked tirelessly at night and in the morning trying to get this bill done. This bill, and also Craig Butler, work he's done very tremendous. The idea is you got to understand, we got to do this, we got to do it right. We're only going to get one chance to do it, and that's what this legislation, it's a good step forward, and that's why it's so important, and that's why I'm so supportive of it. There's some things in there we still like to see, but most of what we want is in there. It's going to keep us going, keep this shell play going forward for Ohio, and it's exactly what we need. So with that, I want to say thank you.
Well, and here's the interesting thing. I called Sean. I said, Sean, we need your help. We're going to hung up here. We need some Democrats. So then I get a call. They say, well, the Democrats put these amendments in. I said, well, what'd you think? There's no free ride here. Give them something. And they're going to get a lot more before it's all said and done. Dave Hall, Chairman Hall.
Thank you, Governor, and it's true, it was a bipartisan effort. I remember the uniqueness of Sean texting me in the middle of my caucus and saying, hey, what can we do on a certain issue? And we worked with Representative O'Brien, and even in the late hours, we were able to come to a compromise by working together in Columbus. And you don't hear that too much, but it does happen. And we do have a great energy policy. I look at this energy policy, and my floor speech talked about, there's a lot of things in this bill that, you can take ownership in this bill. And what I look at this thing is our independence of other countries, the possibility of producing our own energy in Ohio, and this being a bill that I hope other states in Washington looks at. We have an opportunity to be independent of countries who do not like us. Folks, we can produce jobs and produce energy in our state, and it's a lot better than buying oil and gas and other energy from countries that just simply don't want to see us exist. So thank you, Governor, for your leadership, and for many of your staffers who met with us way into the night, many times, to work on a bill that truly I'm proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign this bill. Now, the workers here, you've never seen any bill signing, right? So why don't you come on over and we'll show you how it works. Come on, I promise I won't fight. Okay? Yeah. Come on, I'll show you how it works. Now, okay, so here I've got this bill, okay? This big, thick bill. Come on. It makes a good photo op anyway. Come on over here. Please, over here. Okay? Just come on over with Mary. You all know Mary Taylor. She's the Lieutenant Governor, okay? Now, I've got these pens here. And each one of these pens can play a part. I can tell you something. This is a piece of legislation that will last 100 years in Ohio. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Between the shale gas, which is fantastic, the work you're doing, I think the work you're doing on capturing waste heat, I think it's just the beginning. You got good engineers here. I mean, it's just the beginning of where you're going to go with this. And smart grid and all that stuff. You need some really brilliant engineers to figure that out. But this is a really truly a historic event. So I will sign. Okay, today is so 1/10. Okay. And each letter gets its separate pen. I tell you, my 4th grade teacher would be so happy with my penmanship. And what is the day today? Did you know?
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
It doesn't count.
11. For Stalford. I'm here, sir. Okay, here, you get one of these. Thank you. Okay. Don't count if I have the right number of pens. Okay. You know how to, you know what abbreviation is? Okay, here. Right there beside the R. Dot. You know how to do that? Right here, it's coming in now. That's pretty good for the first time. Okay. Sean? Where's Sean? Dot the I. Come on, right? You know, there are many people who get the dot the I in Turkey. I'll take it away from you. That is the worst. That's the worst dotted I I've ever seen. Okay, so it's now law here in the state of Ohio. Matt? Yes? Who gets the pens?
I'll trust you to dole them out.
Well, you know, I want to give one to this engineer that's here. He's from Moscow. I just met him upstairs. Probably when you were in Moscow, you never thought you'd get one, but there you go. Sean, you didn't. Oh, you took one. I just took a different one. As a Democrat just took, didn't you? Okay. Dave, right here, and Jim, you need one. Okay. I gave one. Okay. There's a. I'm not. This is, you know, one thing I learned in politics. Don't ever judge a beauty pageant because you get to pick one winner. And all the rest are angry at you. So I'll let Matt handle the rest of these pens. Okay, are there questions here? Maybe I'll step back to the podium.